Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we'll be talking about BOOoop. And this is designed by Scaredy and it's published by Smirk and Dagger Games.
All right, so we've previously talked about BOOoop, which is a game all about these cats bouncing on a mattress, trying to get 3 in a row, but they're always bouncing around, so it makes it very challenging and very strategic trying to make that happen. Well, this is BOOoop. It's the same core game. This time, you've got a brand new, kind of a spooky, cute theme added to it.
There's a word for that.
Okay, do tell.
It's spoopy.
I reject that word.
No, it's over and a very thinky and spoopy. It's spoopy.
I'm gonna take a Sharpie and cross that out.
No, that's a real thing, Ryan. Spoopy
No. Cute, spooky.
Spoopy's a real thing, everybody. It's a real word.
No. This also has, in addition to just the overhaul of the art for the Halloween theme, there's also going to be some extra pieces that are going to be roaming the board, scaring your cats because they are scaredy cats.
That's right here. 2 clever scaredy cats.
We're basically just reading the box at this point. You guys, let me give a quick overview of how to play. I'm going to focus on the newer stuff because we did do a full teach on how to play the original game of BOOoop, and this shares a lot of similarities with that. So if you want to see the full rules, go check out the link below in the description. That'll take you to our review of BOOoop. But yeah, I'll show you how to use the new pieces. All right, here's our setup for BOOoop. So basically the core game of BOOoop is basically trying to get 3 of your kittens in a row in order to grow them up into cats. And then once you have some cats, you're going to try to get 3 of those in a row. And that's ultimately how you win the game. However, all of your cats and kittens are going to kind of boop away from each other, making it hard to get 3 of them in a row, even of your own colors. Let's show you what that looks like real quick. So my opening move is to place that kitten there. My opponent could go here, and that would make my kitten bounce away. However, it goes both ways. So if my next move was to go here and place my kitten there, both pieces of both sides would bounce away. Now you don't have access to your cats, your large cats quite yet, until you get 3 in a row. So let's say we were able to make that happen. What we do is we remove all of our kittens, kind of set them off to the side, and we would take 3 of our cats from our supply and put them into our usable pieces. Now we can use those pieces to place on the board. Kittens can boop away other kittens, and cats can boop away kittens. However, the small kittens cannot bounce away the larger cats. And remember, the ultimate goal is to try to get 3 of your cats in a row. So it's kind of a 2-step process. All right, so now let's talk about the ghost cat. The ghost cat's basically going to work like this. You're going to place it on the board, but instead of placing it on the squares on the board like all the other pieces, instead what you're going to do is you're going to place it on any of the seams around the outside of the board. So for instance, we could place it here, on the seams between the squares. You're going to place it at the end of your turn after all the effects of booping have been resolved, and nothing happens at first when you first place it. But then on your next turn, let's say you place a piece out there, and then at the end of your turn, what's going to happen is it's going to move forward in a straight line. And it's going to boop everything to its left and to its right, off to the side. It does not boop things diagonally the way other cats would. So at the end of every turn, it's going to move forward, and it might even knock some pieces off of the board. Normally, if you have 2 pieces in a row, they cannot be booped by anything. However, let's say we have this scenario, and the ghost cat moves next to them. This cat would normally not be able to go anywhere, but because of the rules of the ghost cat, it actually boops over that piece. Eventually, it's going to keep on going until it falls off the edge of the board, in which case it goes back into your supply, and you're able to use it on a future turn to place in a new spot, or even the same spot if you wanted to, in order to keep on booping things around, placing it on the seams and the stitches in between the squares. And the ghost, while physically a piece on the board, is not really physically there. So for instance, if we were able to get 3 in a row, but let's say our ghost cat was in between blocking something, it doesn't actually block it. That would continue to be 3 in a row. So basically, you're going to use the ghost cat to your advantage. You're going to try to do one of 2 things, or possibly even both, to either bring your own pieces together so you can get 3 in a row, or to try to break up your opponent's pieces so it makes it harder for them to get 3 in a row. But the win conditions remain the same. You win by either being the first person to get 3 of your large full-grown cats in a row, or by being able to place all 8 of your full grown-up cats all on the board at the same time. The first player to make one of those 2 things happen is declared the winner.
The bits are adorable, as always. So if you own both of these BOOops, what you can do with this BOOoop, if you so choose, you could totally use those cats to decorate your game room. They're just so adorable. And it's just a little
Get 2 copies, one to play, one to decorate.
Yes, because they're just like really cute. So you could have these little Halloween cats all over your game shelf, and it would fit really nicely. I just like the bits are adorable. The cats are adorable. We even saw this stuffy when we were out and about, I don't know, grocery shopping or something. I was like, look, it's the BOOoop cat. It wasn't.
We can make like a full on a deluxe giant version of BOOoop.
It was a bat, but I was thinking of this game.
Chop the wings off.
Chop the wings off, and it's gonna be a cat, totally. But it's just really, really adorable.
So there's not a lot to talk about from a review standpoint, right? We've already talked about BOOoop and how much we like that. So all those same things are still true with this version. But the ghosts. Let's talk about the ghosts for a minute. I thought that was just really, really cool and clever. I had a chance to play and talk with the designer of this game, Scaredy, and showing all the different kind of iterations that he had gone through. When he designs games, he's just kind of
thorough,
extremely thorough, trying every possible iteration and option in order to make the best one come out, And this one, I think, the cream rose to the top. This is super fun, the way that these cats come out, they follow along the seams, and even from a thematic standpoint, I can even visualize, when I see, the ghost coming, and it moves one of your pieces away, I see that, cats, kind of get scared and pop up. Yeah. I visualize that in my head whenever a cat does that in this game. I think it's just such a fun tie-in, that scaredy cat thing, the way they kind of boop away from the ghost is very cool, very clever. You can kind of use it offensively and defensively,
Yeah.
You can try to set it up so that you are going to be pushing your pieces into play. You can also try to push other players' pieces off of the board, or whatever the case is. But on top of that, you have to kind of plan ahead a little bit,
Yes.
There's a little bit of programming involved. You set it on its course, and then it kind of just goes along its course. And its game state might have changed a little bit since when you first played it on the edge of the board. By the time it gets to the end of the board, it might have done things that you weren't intending it to because of how things kind of shifted and changed. So you have to plan ahead for that. I think that adds a whole other level of complexity and strategic thinking and planning ahead, adding to BOOoop.
Yeah. Ryan and I really like spooky things, but we don't like scary things. We're not horror people, but we like things that are evocative of the season without it being scary. And so this is kind of perfect for us. The spoopiness
Oh boy, here we go.
This game is absolutely perfect for us. This is something you can definitely just, play one-on-one with your kid during the, fall season when all of that is going on. And it's not going to be scary, but it's going to be super fun to do that and super fun to be playing something that's so evocative of the season that we're in right now without scaring anybody.
Right.
I just absolutely love that.
So one thing that's nice about this is this contains everything you need to play the original game of BOOoop. So you basically don't use the cat pieces, and you're just trying to get the 3 in a row. And so if you like playing BOOoop, but you maybe don't want to add the ghosts, and you're not ready for the ghosts yet, just play the regular game of BOOoop without it first. And especially if you're in the mood for BOOoop around Halloween time, you want to just use these pieces, and it really comes out. So that's really fun.
Or you can decorate with them.
Yes, very good. Thank you. So yeah, this is becoming, or it's going to become, basically an October staple for our collection.
Yeah.
Every October, we love playing these cute, spooky games with our family. We love having these thematic, seasons that we can play games in. And so far, there's been just a bunch of really fun games that fit in this category, and this is going to be added to fit right in. Every October, we're going to be playing the heck out of this one. It's just so cute. It's fun. It's strategic. You have to plan ahead. Those two things don't always come together, right? But this comes together so nicely in this package. I can see why it's been doing so well.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out. Until then, you can find us in all of these places.
Thanks, you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
You guys, thanks so much for watching. This game was provided to us by a publisher in exchange for a fair and honest review.
And if you want to see more stuff, check out over here to see something we think you might like.
And over here, we think that YouTube has picked out a great video for you you're going to love. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.